link. And let me just share it. Okay, we're ready. I think that the first one in today's list is Martin. You wanna go first?
Yeah, sure. So I was preparing the intro that we are gonna have today after the meeting. I also created a couple of tickets regarding execution client interaction, and yeah, I was doing a deeper dive into some of the interactions that were not entirely clear to me. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
That's great. Thanks for the update. God's power.
Good everyone. Yesterday I implemented packing as per the spec, which is under mobilization of list. So I also compared with other implementations and I added snippets for it and the actual hashing of this basic types. And yeah, so by the end of the day, I should have like a native implementation of mobilization of list with basic type.
Awesome. Thank you very much. The next one is Akash.
I was reading about Snappy's documentation is very super high level and vague. So I Mega hop on a call after Martin's workshop today. So maybe I'll discuss with him and get more clarification on how the framing works, and then start implementing.
All right. Yeah. If you need some help to get like the general ideas of how Snappy compression works, then we can definitely do that afterwards today. If that's what you were saying, the audio got a little bit cut, but yeah, for sure. The next one is Mete.
Hello everyone. Yesterday, while I was waiting for the answers from Thomas, he sent me the answers today. So like, I'll go back to metadata. But yesterday I done with the Merkle proof generation part. I'll add it to the spec test and be done with that today.
That's perfect. I hope that what I sent you today is useful enough, but if not, if it's not clear or if there are any pending things, we can have a sync today.
Thank you.
Of course. The next one is Fernando.
Yep. I already finished the implementation reward spec test. The PR is ready for review. Yeah, and with that, I am free to take another issue.
That's awesome. We'll look for something else. I'm the next one. So a couple of things. Yesterday I was mostly doing as a deep dive on the libp2p specifications, or actually like the libp2p interface with the consensus client, mostly to help Meta get unlocked with his issue. I think that I got what I needed from that. We probably need more documentation. I feel that one of the things that we would benefit from having diagrams is having like clearer diagrams of how Elixir interacts with both the Go language part, like the port part, but also like how the consensus client interacts with libp2p in general. I won't be doing that today because my priority right now is finishing the bit vector and bit list reviews and the SSL reviews for Fernando. Sorry that those got delayed. And that's it. Like what I will be doing today will be mostly reviewing that and building the documentation for bit vectors and bit lists. Like I fully understand how those works now, but there's there's still some pending issues on how we could like implement them in the most efficient way. What I will do is I will document this, and we can leave like optimization or refactoring for a new PR, and then we will just review the current one to see if it works correctly, and that's it. Just so that I don't continue to block this issue for possible optimizations that are not as urgent. And yeah, I think that's it for me. And after that, I will probably get back to like helping with optimization and finding like pain points in concurrency and that kind of stuff that's not being helpful to running the client. So yeah, that's my update. I think that we don't have any more. Do we have any final comments or questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So
Yeah.
in the implementations I saw, when you have a list of Boolean values, they look at it like a big list. What do you think about that?
That's a good question. I think that that's very memory inefficient. I don't know if that's faster in CPU time. I doubt it. I didn't see many implementations like that, but I saw, for instance, the link that Fernando sent us, which was the Daphne formal verification for the consensus protocol that used Boolean lists. I'm not sure if that's the same thing that's used, for instance, in I don't know, things like Lighthouse or Lodestar. Did you check? Did you see if Lighthouse had a list of booleans, for instance?
I think the implementation that has that is the one in C. It was implemented by Gulliam. Um, like that's the Rust implementation is kind of very generic. Good into specific. It's just like yeah, I'll probably look at more implementations, but the main place I saw that is in the seed implementation, and it kind of conflicts some things. That's why I was asking, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't think having them as booleans is very optimal. The whole point of them being bit vectors is to avoid having a list of booleans. The Python implementation for this, for instance, does not represent them as booleans, although they allow you to construct them with a list of ones and zeros. But internally, I think that they are represented by integers or something like that. And I think that especially in Elixir, where we have arbitrary large integers, we probably want to just have them as integers, especially because if you have the integer, the only thing you need to serialize it is to do little endian encoding, and that's it. Like, you don't need anything else. You don't even need to take care about like little endian bit ordering or like very and the little endian byte encoding is just out of the box in almost any language, and Elixir is one of those. So I think that probably what we want to do is have them as integers internally, and having those as integers also come with a couple of advantages, especially bit shifts, like moving ones and zeros like one place to the left or to the right, and also setting one bit or unsetting it is just like having a mask and an and or an or something like that, and those are very cheap operations, way more than shifting a whole list of things. But still, like, I think that those are not the things we should worry about immediately. Like, and that's why I don't want to keep blocking Fernando's PR. But I think that eventually we'll probably want to move to integers as internal representations, because encoding is trivial, decoding is trivial. We just need a way to map some stuff, like adding a trailing bit and stuff like that are necessary for bit lists. But yeah, I don't think the list of booleans is a very nice thing to have. I think that the big advantages it has is that it's very easy to code. Like, it's just like you think about them like arrays. You iterate them like with the enum library and stuff like that. And iterating over strings like bit by bit, it's a lot more tricky and hard to read and hard to code compared to that. But I think that that's way more like both memory and maybe also CPU inefficient. Memory for sure. CPU, I would need to benchmark it. So that's my thoughts on it. But I would need to check everything that I'm saying. Like if we don't write a benchmark, you can never know. So we like when we actually perform the refactor, or when we decide that we want to do the refactor, we probably want to benchmark the different solutions to see how good one or the other is. Because if not, then we're just like speaking theoretically.
Yeah. So why I'm actually asking is because I implemented packing of lists, and packing of lists with basic type. Basic type includes like unsigned integers, booleans, bytes. So my implementation, I implemented packing for a list that has a set of boolean values. Now I'm not thinking, am I already implementing it like a big list, or am I just doing like a normal, like a list of boolean values? So that's like where I'm kind of unclear. But yeah, we can just move that forward and like, check that in.
No, yeah, that's perfectly valid. I think that that's not exactly that even if that was the internal representation that we were using, the way that you encode a list of booleans is not the same way that you encode a bit list. Like they when you serialize them and save them in the file or send them over the network, those are different encoded strings.
Should we continue offline maybe, or?
Yeah, you're fully right. Sorry that I got caught up on the topic. The question is perfectly valid though. Okay, guys. Thanks for the question. We can continue this discussion in Telegram, or we can think about it if we have like a lengthy discussion pending. But I think that we can finish the daily today. Thank you for joining.
Yeah. Should we continue on this same call for the workshop, or how did you do the last time?
Last time I opened a different one, mostly so that I could get the title and everything like that separate and in a different YouTube video. But that's up to you.
Okay.
I cannot join today, unfortunately, because I have a meeting in a couple of minutes. But I hope it goes great.
Okay. If you can stay on the call, we can end the stream and then create a new one.
Luck with that.